happy new moon. Happy new moon in Pisces. You know, it's February. It doesn't really feel like February. Things are moving quickly, but at the same time staying completely still. Time means nothing. There's illusion and disillusion and, you know, fakey this and that around. And what's going on? What the fudge is going on? Welcome to Pisces season. Pisces is the last sign of the zodiac. I call them, bless their souls, the baby ancients. Because they have this deep knowing, this deep understanding, this deep connection to God, to source, to all of it. Yet humaning can be extraordinarily difficult. And the emotions that they feel are, you know, this mutable water energy, mutable water energy. We look at the house that runs Pisces, the 12th house of soul purpose, healing, closure, coming home, endings and beginnings. This is mutable water energy. It's run by Neptune, Jupiter. It's negative water, mutable energy. What does that mean, Sarah? What on earth does that mean? You know, we live in a polarity-based reality, this third dimensional matrix that we call Febbraio 2023. So we have positives and we have negatives to everything. What is the positive side of the Pisces? You know, it's the two fishes swimming all over the place. They can feel and sense the energies around them and apply them instantly. When you're in, communication with the Pisces, it just feels like they know you. They're just looking very, very deep into your eyes and into your soul, and they just love you. They love you. You know, the Pisces placement that I have is that my Mercury, my planet of communication, my downloads, my Hermes, is in Pisces. My Mercury is in Pisces. So as a collective, we have we see the world through rose-colored glasses, and we give very, very, very dry information, a very whimsical and lovely spin. So I feel very blessed and grateful to have that placement. We're the violinists on the side of the Titanic. It's all on fire. Yes, it's all on fire, but for some reason you feel okay with it. Because I'm here to talk you through it. You just feel good around the Pisces. The negative side of things is that without grounding, without, a sounding board, without, someone to talk to, or, a real grounded space, you can talk yourself in and out of anything. You can paint the most beautiful picture of what is real and what isn't real. You can, it can become very addictive, very self-sacrificial, drugs, disillusionment, and, something that I've really been hearing a lot of and researching as far as with the planet Saturn going into Pisces in March of next month, is that there's going to be a lot of, false prophets and fakey reiki and all of this information where it's like, the woo over here and the woo over here, and this is bad and this is scary, and you can't talk to Pisces because they're going to cheat on you, and you can't do this and you can't do that. Whereas again, we live in a polarity-based reality. So there is good, bad, up, down, side, side, negative, positive. We chose to come down and play here to learn discernment, to learn what is right for me and what is wrong for me. This amount of this is right for me, this amount of this is wrong for me. Anything. And we talked about this in the full moon reading. Ooh, who was it for? I totally forget, but I'm just Virgo maybe is popping into my head. No, Virgo, Cap. It was Cap, rising sun and moon. We talked about how everything on this planet is either ambrosia or is always ambrosia and poison. Everything is equally ambrosia and poison. Everything. And, you know, for Cap, we were talking about with money, but, you know, with, you know, Pisces and going into this like disillusioned state, you know, look at hallucinogens, look at coffee, look at addictive substances, look at cannabis flower, look at drinking alcohol, look at plant medicine, look at, you know, any medicine, look at food, look at ingesting, you know, content and information, you know, look at all of it. You know, going online and finding a really amazing, you know, channeler, influencer that, you know, gives you just the right validation that you need for that moment in time, that's huge. That's huge. That's amazing. That changes your whole day sometimes. When you feel so alone as a light worker, you need this, you know, multi-dimensional tool that we call a telephone. We need that. But has anyone else ever, you know, I'll go first, like 2, 3 o'clock in the morning, I can't go to bed. Let me just watch one reel. I'll just watch one. Just one. Then that dopamine, that FOMO. The next one is the one I need to see. The next one is the one I need to see. And then 6 o'clock in the morning, I'm all freaking confused and anxious and depressed because I don't have any of the things that I want. I can't even figure out how to, you know, be the influencer that I want to be. There's all these things that have just told me that I'm just all awful because everybody else has it figured out. And I haven't figured out the algorithm. I haven't figured out this. I haven't figured out that. I haven't figured out that. I'm just an authentic freaking human being. Do my best. It's my living room. You know, there was a really incredible message that Phil Good gave, an incredible channeler and, you know, divine masculine being, like way shower on this planet. And, you know, gave a very authentic speech, a very authentic live after a breakup. It was a post-breakup. And he spoke so eloquently of really just saying, like, in a very authentic way, this is just me. I don't know how to run a company. I'm not good with human things. I'm doing my best. I'm you know, trying to offer things that have worked for me in a way that I understand. But I don't have all of the answers. I'm just trying to offer, you know? and then, you know, I'm, you know, a waiter through and through. Always have been. You know, I've been in service my whole life. And so I have lived off of tips my entire life. So even when it comes to sessions, when it comes to this content, if you like what you see, throw a tip. Throw a tip. I work off tips. I live off tips. I trust my tips. So there's always the link below to donate. If anything that I offer to you ever resonates or you feel as though ever so inclined to send back, that's all I know. That's all I know. So it's a very Pisces way to be. It's a very Pisces mentality, a very Piscean. I trust God, source, energy, infinite, like beyond rational thought, you know? Blind faith. Blind faith. All right, my darlings, let's get into our readings for this new moon. So before we get started, make sure we have our journals, some pens, our manifestation journals if we use those. This is just a specific journal just for my scripting. On new moons, we are manifesting, we are planting seeds, and right now, like we talked about last month, we are planting redwoods. So having a manifestation journal is really cool because I like to follow like history, math, and patterns. That's what my brain understands. So as we kind of like manifest each month, I love going back and saying like, oh my God, this came right away, or this has been taking a while, or maybe I need to adjust this. Is this really what I want? So I like to have just a specific one for my manifestations, but then we always have our journal, our everyday journal, and it looks different for everyone. It just kind of let your brain expand and go. And I've talked about this, especially with some of my younger clients, like physically younger clients. When it comes to vibrational discernment, and as we move forward, in this, you know, polarity-based reality that we call the third dimensional matrix in febbraio 2023, which is February 2023. In Italian, I'm learning Italian right now. So what are you practicing and learning? Pop it into your videos. Pop it into your everyday life. It's okay to sound like an idiot. Just do it. Where was I going? We're in this third dimensional matrix. We're in the polarity-based reality. We have to be able to discern vibrational discernment. So there are going to be things that happen to you that you dream about when you're astral traveling, just in your everyday life, that even I will not have the answers for. Every little bit of this is an offering. It is a cafeteria line of spirituality, of growth, of development, of artistry. And what works for me is going to be different than what works for you. The amount that works for me is going to be different than what works for you. So having a journal, having a captain's log, there are going to be times that you won't trust a single other person aside from your past self. Words that you wrote, things that you experienced. I implore you, it is more than just like, dear diary, today this happened. It is way more than that. It's like, hey, deep inner self, what is it that's holding me back from achieving my highest and greatest potential? What inner trauma? And then you script that out. But so much to come to scripting and journaling, but I promise you, I implore you, I just have to plant the seed over and over again. Having a journal, we are guides, not gurus. I am a person, a being that is maybe, give or take, 10 years ahead of you, a few years ahead of you, maybe even like a day ahead of you. I am no guru. There are people that I learn from that sometimes things that they say don't resonate with me, and I just let it go. Certain videos don't resonate. Certain perspectives don't resonate. So you listening to the you of the past, I always trust that. I always trust that. Because I did what I needed to do best at that time with the tools I was given. But I promise, this is multidimensional. This is like, and then you like have little post-its that you put there because you're like, oh my goodness, what was this? Oh my God, I'm financially free. Oh my God, I have these. Oh my God, this is what I'm supposed to do each day. It's like, just keep vibing. Just keep going with it. So now that we're ready, we have our journals, we have our coffee or tea. Today I'm drinking Equal Exchange Love Buzz. Love Buzz. I got a whole press pot going, and I am excited. Obviously, that was my first sip of coffee. So we are looking at, let's get started. The new moon. This is going to be happening on the 20th of February. For Gloucester, Massachusetts, this is going to be happening at 2:05 a.m. And for the Gold Coast in Australia, this is happening at 17:05 on the 20th. So it's happening on the 20th in both places. But at 2:05 Gloucester, 17:05 Australia, Gold Coast. So this new moon is the second to last new moon that we have falling at 1 degree of its sign. And we talked about this last month. We're planting redwoods right now. Like, these are manifestation seeds that, not that I don't want you to be like, oh, you know, next week I get this, next month I get that. That's not what I'm saying. But definitely look at the long game. Just because we have so many new moons happening at 1 degree of their sign. So for example, we're going to start with Aries rising, sun, moon, and rising. This is happening at the 1st degree of their 12th house. Soul purpose, closures, endings, beginnings. Like, this is that's legacy stuff, Aries. That's legacy stuff. So don't get discouraged, I want to say. You know, Pisces, really in the introductory video, we talked about how this could be really whimsical stuff. Really, like, we're in this world and the next. Which without grounding, we really need. Like, we really need, without grounding can be dangerous. I'm just saying that. I'm just using that term. Without grounding, the Pisces left unattended can be very dangerous. Mentally, emotionally, like within their, you know, interpersonal communications. So we got this. We got this. We got